Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to start chopping barley silage. We got probably 1,000 acres of silage to chop, a little bit over, including the peas. So we got a lot of acres to cover, but it's not the heaviest crop in the world, so we're going to fly through it, I think. It's kind of unfortunate. We only got 2 shots of rain at 1 inch each, and that was well over a month ago already. So the crops, the only reason we're taking them now is because they're going to dry out. They're not mature enough yet. We're not going to get the best feed quality in the world, unfortunately, but we have to take the silage now, otherwise it's going to be too dry, and you need a certain moisture content for it to become silage, for it to ferment in the pits. So that's why we're chopping already. It's about a month earlier than we usually would, but we're going to hop in the chopper, get that thing ready to go, and then head out to the field. Chopper's just in the shop here. All right, we started chopping here. Got the first 2 loads out. This field is incredibly light in quite a few spots. You can see this hasn't even been cut yet, and there's just nothing here. It's really hard to pick the swaths up when they're like this. It's hard to cut them. We're gonna try and shave the barley right off of the ground so we get the most of that plant in the swath, and then we can chop the most possible. My sister Nolene, she is in the swather right now. That's her job during silaging. That is just brutal. So Mom came out to the field, brought us some lunch. Every time we have lunch, we sharpen the chopper. We're gonna do that here right away. So here you can see the drum with all the knives in there. And those are usually spinning this way. Switching this PTO from the drive to this one right here makes it spin the opposite way. And then we have a grindstone right here that is pulled back and forth when this thing is spinning. And just because it's in reverse and this grindstone is pulled across it, that's what sharpens all these blades up. If you guys look closely, there's definitely been some rocks going through here or something, because there's a bunch of little bites out of these knives. That's a side effect of cutting so short. We want to get everything off of this field, all the tonnage we possibly can get, and then you're going to end up with some trash, some rocks, stuff like that in the blades here. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now we gotta wait till everything stops spinning. You don't want to get your fingers caught anywhere in there. And then we'll see how good the knives are sharpened up. I pointed the spout away from the truck just in case anything were to fly out of that spout. Don't want it to go in the feed. Just checking the knives, make sure everything's nice and sharp. Sometimes some part of the knife will be sharp and another side won't be at all. But it's looking pretty good. I can definitely feel the difference when they're sharpened versus already been chopping for like 8 hours. It goes a lot quicker and it draws the tractor down a lot less when they are nice and sharp. Should be good to go and chop now. Caught up to the swather. I think Nalane's got a knife broken in here.
Two broken knives and a guard.
Oh wow. Must have hit something.
Yeah. I thought, because it was dragging a bit over there, I thought it was just a tire track, because I was driving over a tire track with the sprayer. And then I went and looked.
2 broken knives.
Yeah.
Wow. It's a good thing you know how to change them.
Doesn't mean it's easy.
Guys, that is the first quarter, 160 acres done. We got 47 total loads off of that block, and that means at 8 tons a load we got about 2.35 tons an acre off of an entire quarter. So that's how dry it is. That's horrible. The next quarter we're going to do is probably going to be similar to this one, if not even a little bit worse. Luckily we do have some barley that's looking a lot better than this, about 2.5 quarters. It's going to be a lot heavier, but we just had an incredible drought this year. I think it's even been worse in the past. My dad's always talking about 2002 out here was pretty dry, and this is another one of those really dry years where you're just lucky to get anything. That's what Saskatchewan is. Out on the prairies, you're never guaranteed rain, so you gotta make sure you have a lot of acres of feed that you can take if you get a dry year, just to make sure you get enough feed for those cows. We're heading over to the next field. Chopping for the day. We got a total of 62 loads. Not a lot for a day. We've had days where we did over 100, maybe even 120 loads, so close to double. It's just that the crops we were chopping today are pretty light. Eventually they're going to get heavier as we keep going on to the next fields. They're looking a lot thicker. The crop's doing a lot better over there. So probably tomorrow, the first half of the day is going to be pretty light, and then we're going to get into some heavier stuff, luckily. But to get ready for tomorrow, we're going to go and service this chopper, the trucks, the loader, the swather. Everything needs to be fueled up, it needs to be greased, and we got to make sure that everything's still in good working condition. Servicing equipment, greasing it, that kind of thing. You always want to look over it, make sure that there's nothing broken, and kind of give everything a once over as well. So we're going to go and do that right now. Well guys, while we were out in the field yesterday chopping, they started to do the first bit of work for the pack barn expansion here. You can see they took all the old concrete and all the posts away from those doors. Started digging where the footings are gonna go. That concrete's like 2 years old. They kind of just dug the main outline here, and that's where the footings are gonna go for all the walls. So they're gonna pour a concrete footing in here, pour the first little bit of concrete wall, probably 4 feet high, and then they can start framing on the top of that. So this whole pad, they didn't have to do a ton of dirt work, just kind of dig out where these footings were, because when we built that main barn, we actually made the pad all the way out here. Pretty much ready for this barn. I don't know if that was the plan, that's just how it got built. Someone was thinking. Yeah, it comes around, they skip the door. So this will be one long barn all the way up to the parlor. But yeah, it's looking good back here. Exciting. They also brought some trusses out. That's the roof. Smells good. So yeah, it's the roof for that expansion. Oh, well, it's just the very, very beginnings of this whole project, but it's exciting to see it get started. So yeah, figured I'd show you guys. Anyway, I'm gonna head out to the field for day 2 of chopping. Hopefully it goes without a hitch. Yesterday we had a tiny little breakdown, stopped us for like an hour. But yeah, it'd be nice to go without a hitch, so see how it goes. Anyway guys, that is gonna be it for today's video. If you enjoyed, be sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons down below. Check out the Instagram at SaskDutchKid, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.